Hello, family. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone is doing well. Tiffany is in the ATL bragging about how she is needed to run for the commissioner seat in Fulton County because they need a change in Fulton County. And she said that the residents are calling on her and they are crying out to her and telling her she is needed in this race, as if these women are not needed, even though they are founded in the state of Georgia, and they know what needs to be changed and what don't need to be changed. But according to Tiffany, the people in Fulton County is really begging her and asking her for change, and they know that she can do it. What? Well, family, I talked to some people down in Georgia and in Fulton County. Y'all know that's my roots. And a lot of them are saying that a lot of people don't even know who Tiffany is. And so they can understand some people who don't know who Tiffany is will probably say, well, we do need a change, and maybe you need to run for Republican or whatever like that, because they don't really know who she is. So by me being founded there, I said, you know what, y'all? You're right. Maybe a lot of people in Georgia don't know who she is, because see, Tiffany thought she was popping when she was over there in Illinois. She thought that everybody knew about her. But actually, there's a lot of people who don't even know anything about this hen. Okay, so let's discuss it, and let me talk to my people in Georgia. Maybe they'll get an understanding of who they really dealing with. Yes, because Tiffany have a snake oil plan when it comes to running for seats that look like they got bags in them. Yeah, so y'all already know what we got to do for the ones in the back, and let's talk about it. This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Acts in 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Yes, fair use. All rights and credits go directly to its rightful owner. This video is purely for fair use, opinion, and entertainment. Enjoy. And we also want to add that everything in this video is alleged. Yes. Salute, 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 family. Salute to the ones in the chat. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to everyone who write in the comment section. Thank you as well to all our subscribers, our old subscribers, new subscribers. Thank you to the moderator. Shout out to Kendall R. Thank you all so much for all of y'all's support. It's so greatly appreciated. Thank you to the ones who are just viewing the channel. It is so greatly appreciated. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. It is so greatly appreciated. Sending love and hugs to you all. Hit the like button as well. And if you see the hype button, please hype your girl up. It's so greatly appreciated. It's all free to subscribe, to hit the like button, to hit the hype button. It's all free. Thank y'all. Show your girls some love. I appreciate it so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I can't tell y'all how much appreciated and how grateful I am to know that the Knowledge family is always right there having my back all the time. And I want to say thank you all. A special thank you to you all. Now, family. Okay, because Tiffany down there bragging in the ATL just to get this commissioner seat. And a lot of people don't know about her. And you remember when we played the video in my last video about the news clip of one of the ladies saying that Tiffany Henyard, because of, she hasn't been there that long, she's not rooted there, that's kind of a strike against her. Okay. Now, we don't know if the state of Georgia is going to look into her suspected fraud voters registration. They should. And they say that people have reported it. So if they look into it, well, fine. Because most likely they'll find some stank in that. But if they don't, the people need to know who they dealing with. Oh, because Tiffany always have those slick oil plans. Yeah, those snake oil plans to try to win a position that she wants. See, she don't play fair. So these four ladies here don't need to underestimate Tiffany just because she is not rooted there, because Tiffany don't play fair. No, she doesn't. No, it's history. It's recorded history. I'm going to show y'all in a minute. She don't play fair. And then she will always have an excuse on why she don't play fair. She will cover it up to make it look like something else, but really it's not as honest as she wants the people to think it is. It's a slick ass game she play, but it'd be hard to catch her. And then before you know it, she's in that seat and you're wondering, how did she get in that seat? She have snake oil plans. Yes, they trifling too. Yes, they trifling. So let's talk about it, because the people needs to know. And a lot of people don't know about Tiffany. We think because we know that everybody know. No, a lot of people in Georgia and in other states don't even know about Tiffany. No, they don't. Because she's not popping like that, like she thinks she is. So let's talk about the sneaky plans that Tiffany most likely will use on these four beautiful Georgia peaches running for Fulton County Commissioner Seat. Now, the people in Fulton County needs to know who they dealing with. Yes, and the public history that comes with Tiffany and her corrupt ways, her corrupt behavior, and her corrupt history. They need to know it. So, if y'all know anybody in Georgia, you have a friend in Georgia, you have a family member in Georgia, you have someone who's in a frat organization that you know in Georgia, maybe a high school classmate, maybe a college classmate, or something like that, that you graduated with, or something like that, share this video. Yeah, share this video to them so they'll know. If you know anybody that's living in Georgia, share this video to them. Yeah. You doing them a great service. A great service. Yeah. And you could be saving their bank account as well. So let's talk about what these ladies will most likely, these four ladies on the screen, what they will most likely be facing. Don't underestimate Tiffany. Yes, that's the word to these four ladies. Don't underestimate her. Okay? Just because she's not from there, because she don't play fair. So, dealing and competing against this hen, I'm telling you, this hen is out of control. So, I ain't going to tell the people what they need to look out for. It's public records, it's public history, okay? Because Tiffany has a history that she plans to scam to win. That's her history, okay? Don't underestimate her, point blank, period, okay? So, Tiffany, first of all, family, we talking to the Georgia people, okay? And anybody else that Tiffany might pack up and run to their state, okay? You just never know where she's going to fly to, okay? Because if she get a loose out of that hen pen, it's over with. So, Tiffany first is going to start off treating that community like Wesley Snipes. Yes. New Jack City. That's the way she rolled. That's the way she was rolling over there when she was a mayor and a supervisor in Illinois. Okay? She was running it like Nino Brown. She idols Nino Brown. That's just what she does. Okay? Now, I want y'all to listen to Tiffany brag about how she's needed and how the people was coming to her and saying they need her to make a change. She's the right one to make a change. And, oh, she hear they cry. And she is in there to make a change. What? What change? Oh, Lord. I'm going to tell you, it won't be a change for the better. All you got to do is look at Dalton, Illinois, and Thornton Township in Illinois. That'll tell you a whole lot what you need to know about Tiffany. Okay? But check it out. What she was saying about bragging about her being in the ATL and running for this seat. Check it out.
Y'all know I be having them DJs on lock, but I will be out some more DJs coming up.
Okay, so Tiffany said she's gonna have some DJs. Okay, and for those who don't know, Tiffany loves to get DJs and throw parties, house parties, public parties, and all this stuff to draw people in so people will like her. Okay, you hear her saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to get them DJs on lock. I'm going to have DJs down here. I'm going to have DJs. I'm going to have that. See, Tiffany is the type that she know that a lot of the youngsters, middle age or whatever, they going to want to step and party and all that. So Tiffany is going to try to get with anybody she can that either runs a venue or can help her out in this thing, and she get her some DJs and she tell people, hey, we're going to have a block party here. We're going to have a house party here. And she's going to try to draw people into her web. And then people going to like to have fun. And she's going to try to play on their top because they love to party. And then they're going to feel like, oh, yeah, you know, she cool. She down to earth. She this and that. Watch it, family. Watch it. Watch it, Georgians. Yes, watch it. So, that's the first game she plays, okay? Check it out.
But I will be out some more DJs coming up. If you out here at ATL, look me up. DM me. I am looking for a makeup artist here in ATL. You know, because my girl, T.Y., she back at home, but she said she gonna come out here and take care of your girl. But, you know, it's natural blunt, you know, enhance it.
Okay. Now, Tiffany said, if y'all out here in ATL, you know, a makeup artist and all that, hit me up. Now, Tiffany is going to start putting a whole lot of makeup on, looking like Miss Jekyll and Miss Hyde, because that's exactly what she does. When she puts on that makeup and all that, and then put on those Goodwill two-piece suits, she is going to act like, and people are going to look at her as, oh, she looks like a nice young lady. No. We finna get over and go over all of that, okay? Yeah, we're going to get over that real quick, people who have that type of feeling. So we're going to break it down to you. But anyway, you hear Tiffany say that the makeup artist, y'all email her in the ATL. That is so that Tiffany can get close to different people, okay? People start emailing her. She always bring up something to email somebody. See, she not going to just go ask somebody, hey, or she look up who is a good makeup artist in ATL. Nah, she don't want to do it like that because that's easy to do. Just look up good makeup artists in ATL. And then you just call those people and then you make an appointment with them. Nah, Tiffany want a lot of people to email her so then she can get more people up under her web. Okay? So that she can get close to them, get to know them, and then they can help her try to get in that seat if they have some pull. Because she going to first make sure that the person who's so-called supposed to do her makeup knows a lot of people in the area, so that they can start talking up for her. Okay? She's going to do all this stuff in a snake oil way. Okay? Now, that's what she's doing. She want information. So she's telling people, DM me in my inbox. Okay? That's the first step she going to pull. Listen, ladies. Yes. The 4 ladies. I hope y'all listening. And whoever know these 4 ladies, y'all shoot them this video. But anyway, Tiffany said that the makeup artist will be coming down from Illinois real soon to do her makeup. So why would she need a makeup artist in the ATL? I'll wait. See, you just said that you have a makeup artist in Illinois who will be coming down here soon to do your makeup. So why would you need a makeup artist in the ATL? And what you gonna do? Use that makeup artist in ATL until your girl come from Illinois and then fire this here makeup artist that you got from ATL? No. Tiffany just want information. And this is her slick way of doing it. To try to win that commissioner seat that has a $10 billion bag in it. So, then when Tiffany said, my girl will be coming here pretty soon, y'all need to watch out for that too, because Tiffany have a habit of bringing goons with her. Okay, and we'll go over that as well. Tiffany have a lot of goons that be around her, about 20 or 30 goons, that those goons start intimidating the community. That's what they was doing over there in Dalton, Illinois, okay? Okay, that's not no allegedly. That is what the people were saying over there at their board meetings. Yes. Okay? So you got to watch out for when you hear Tiffany say, oh, my girl is coming down here, and she's coming down here to do my makeup. Pretty soon, it's going to be 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 of them coming down here. And then they're going to have all this corrupt behavior up under their sleeve, running all up and through the Fulton County streets. And I'm going to tell y'all who their target's going to be in a minute. So let's listen to what else she said. Yeah. Don't underestimate her.
I'm looking for a makeup artist here in ATL. You know, because my girl, T.Y., she back at home, but she said she gonna come out here and take care of your girl. But you know, it's natural blush, you know, enhances. I'm making noise. That's why my logo is Phoenix, and that's why my logo slogan says from ashes to icon. That's me, Tiffany Henyard. So I love y'all, and that's nothing to vote no. You know why?
Okay, so Tiffany says her new slogan is ashes to icon. I don't know if anybody's seen or know about like that movie Sinners, okay? To have a slogan name, ashes to icon, that's alarming within itself, in my opinion, okay? Now, these are the goons that helped Tiffany basically bankrupt a whole damn village when she was mayor. These are her road dogs, okay? And they was bullying, intimidating, all that, the people, just running over the people. Boy, they had that little village on lock. They was running like gangsters, and Tiffany was the head captain of the ship. Yes, she was. She was the head captain of this sinking ship. And a lot of them fell off the ship, and a lot of them stayed on the ship. But the thing is, Tiffany was running that place like Nino Brown, like New Jack City. Yes, she was. Now, and that's her idol too, as well. Now, y'all will see Georgia voters should know Tiffany Henyard's record in Illinois. Okay? And they should. They should. The people of Georgia need to know who they are dealing with. As y'all see, even the Chicago Tribune, they had talked about Tiffany. Okay? And they said, you know, how she's running for Fulton County Commissioner Seat in Atlanta. Fulton County, who is the home of Atlanta. And Georgia's primary election is May 19th coming up. So don't underestimate this hen at all. At all. At all. Then you'll see the New York Post. They said, outrageous con woman, Dalton dictator, Tiffany Henyard. And they was talking about how she dogged a community as mayor, and it was about 21,000 people in that village, okay? And she treated that place like her public purse, like her own piggy bank. That's exactly what she did. And they was in the good. They had some money when she first came in there. Now they negative $5 million in the hole. And that's a lot for a small town like that Tiffany put them in. Yes, she did. And we'll show in a minute just how she was doing it. Because it's a lot of people in Georgia who do not know the history behind Tiffany. And it's a lot of people who don't want to take the time to do it, look it up, and all that stuff. So here it go right here. Yeah, so share this video. Yeah. Now, Tiffany said her new slogan is ashes to icon. We'll talk about that in a minute. But check out what else she says.
Going to raise your property taxes. So, one thing about me, I always told y'all the truth. I always gave y'all facts versus fiction. I always led y'all to the water. It's up to you to drink it. You can foil it if you don't believe what I'm saying. Go check it out for yourself. Do a little research.
Yeah, y'all do need to do some research.
Right? These are things they should be educating you on so you understand what you're voting for. But yet they run around chasing me, chasing my lives. I guarantee you this live be on there too. Yeah, because I got some stalkers. Big time stalkers. It's sad.
Okay, now Tiffany always say when she do a live, I bet this live gonna be on there too. Yeah. Yes, I'm doing a live on it. Yes, I'm letting the Georgia people know what they really dealing with, because a lot of them don't know, okay? A lot of us do, a lot of them don't. Now, yeah, we're doing it. Stay your ass off the social media internet then if you don't want anybody to do anything on you, okay? But the thing is, Tiffany thinks she's popping when she's really not popping, okay? I don't know why she feel like, oh, this right here, this live here gonna be on there too, because I got stalkers. Baby, if you think people are stalking you because they are reporting on you, you got another thing coming, okay? They are not stalking you. They just reporting on your trifling ways, okay? Now, if you want to use stalking for an example, I could say you stalked me, okay? You were stalking me. Yes, because at the beginning, when I started reporting on how trifling and how disrespectful and the corrupt behavior she was doing against the people in Dalton, Illinois, and in the township, when I started reporting on that, Tiffany was in my chat all the time. I love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. She was using her Dalton mayor logo. It was her, because we checked. I had somebody to check, and it was her, most definitely. She was in my chat, and I still got all the screenshots, okay? But she was in my chat all the time for the first, I say, 2 months. The first 2 months I started reporting on Dalton, Illinois, and the township. Tiffany was always in my chat. I love you, ain't nothing you can do about it. I love you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Then she started saying, you need to hear my side. Because, see, I was riding that bumper. Yes, I was riding that bumper, putting gas in it. It stayed on full, okay? And she started saying in the chat, you need to hear my side. You need to hear my side. Take the time to just hear my side. Well, Tiffany was trying to wheel me in and thought I could be bought. She didn't know that I had the type of integrity that I have, and I've always spoke up for people who are in desperate need of help, sincerely. And when people are dogging my people out, or when people are missing and can't be found and things like that, that's who I advocate for. I don't advocate for criminal behavior. But see, Tiffany is so used to buying her way through things or convincing people with her lies that you automatically gonna jump on her side. And that was not Cafe. Okay? And so she got a lot of people now. She got some people that started, they was reporting on it, and then you could see them flip and turn to Tiffany's side, and they was almost basically dogging the residents, okay? I would never do that because I couldn't be fucking bought. No way. My integrity is too hard. I grew up on integrity, and my job was based on integrity. So, oh, no. She couldn't buy me like that. She couldn't convince me like that. She couldn't con me like that. So then what do Tiffany do? Oh, she started getting hot with me. Yes. And then I had to sit her down on that too. Because she tried to stop me from talking. That wasn't going to work at all, baby. She didn't know who she was dealing with. Okay? No. No. So, I continued to ride her bumper. So if she want to say something about stalking, I could say that she was stalking me at one time. Because I clearly got all the screenshots. Yeah. And by her saying, you need to hear my side. You need to hear my side. But I ain't want to hear that trifling side. Because I already knew where that side was. It was trifling. And it had one foot in the quicksand box. Now, so while she talking about somebody stalking her, ain't nobody stalking her. These folks, these YouTubers ain't stalking her. They just reporting on her. I don't know why she think that the YouTubers reporting on her because like she's the bad. Girl, ain't nobody making no money off you like that. Matter of fact, you not even making no YouTubers no bank. They ain't making no money off Tiffany for real like that. Ain't nothing getting fat but her mouth. That's all. Now you done scammed a whole village and a township out of millions. And then she got the nerve to pocket watch the YouTubers who actually talk about her trifling ways. Okay? So actually, when people talk about Tiffany, their bank account actually go down. There ain't nobody making no money off Tiffany like that. I don't know why she always trying to make herself more important than what she really is. Okay? People just getting the word out so that people will know who they dealing with. That's all. Ain't nobody making no bank off you, girl. You is not popping like that. Not at all. And how about you go find them feds in Illinois and give them those 801 receipts that they've been asking for damn near 2 years in Illinois. Why don't you go do that since you need something to do? Why don't you go do that? Now, anyway, let's finish listening to what this hen talking about.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the people that's saying they're going to support me.
What?
In my new run here. And I don't own the rights to any of the music I'm playing, by the way. That.
And the music she was playing, family, she done throwed on MC Hammer to send a message to the 4 ladies that she is too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. Too legit. Too legit to quit. And she was jamming with it. So she says she is too legit to quit. It doesn't matter if they find suspected voter fraud and all that. She is still too legit to quit. Okay? Boy, you can't make this up. But anyway, y'all will hear her say that she thanked the people in the community for supporting her in this here run. Check it out.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the people that's saying they're going to support me in my new run here. And I don't own the rights to any of the music I'm playing, by the way. Let me just crystal clear that. If you know somebody out here in Fulton, let them know that Super Mayor's on the way.
What?
I'm going to pull up, show up, and show out, as y'all know. But I just want you to...
Now, she said to let everybody know in Fulton County that she is now in Fulton County. She's running for a commissioner seat. She's going to pull up, show out, all that stuff. And she's going to get that seat, okay? All right. Let's finish listening to this delusional hen. Okay.
Out here in Fulton, let them know that Super Mayor's on the way. I'm going to pull up, show up, and show out, as y'all know. But I just want you to hear it from me that I heard your cries and I'm doing something about it. And make a change.
First of all, it's Fulton County, okay? It's not Fulton County. She don't even know how to say the doggone county right, first of all. Okay, so anyway, she says she wants to appreciate the people for supporting her.
It's needed. And in Fulton County, it's needed. You have heard about them, just like you hear about them. That super mayor's on the way. I'm going to pull up, show up, and show out, as y'all know. But I just want you to hear it from me that I heard your cries and I'm doing something about it. And make change where it's needed. And in Fulton County, it's needed. You have heard about them just like you hear about me, right? You've heard about all the things they do here. And the residents are tired. They're looking for a new leader. They're looking for new leadership. They're looking for new direction. They're looking for someone that provides hope and change and actually do what they say they're going to do.
What? Ooh, she said they're looking for change, they're looking for action, they're looking for somebody who gonna do what they say they gonna do. Okay, well, anyway, people, let's go to what Tiffany will do to anywhere she's trying to run for anything. Yeah, let's talk about what she will do. Okay, as y'all will see right here, is that Tiffany was allegedly treating the public purse like her own piggy bank, and certainly behaving like a mad fusion. Yeah, like a dictator. Yeah, you know, like the Kim Jong-un and all that stuff. They was comparing her to that. And she's also, a 2024 investigation cited her as using a town's credit card to spend more than $43,000 on Amazon purchases in one day. So what Tiffany did was took the city's credit card over there in the village, and she spent $43,000 in one day in Amazon, okay? And all of it was for her. She bought some bubble tents for her Valentine's Day event. She built a skating rink off the tax dollars of the city, the village. Built the skating rink, told the people it was going to be for them, but when the skating rink got built, spent millions on that. When it got built, she made sure that the resident couldn't come to it. It was only for her goons, her friends, and all that, and her child, okay? Now, she named the skating rink after her child, Just Ice Skating Rink, okay? So she named it after her person that she loves in her household. Then told the public they wasn't allowed to come in there unless she opens it up for them. Now, she done held a couple of events for the public, but the majority of the time that ice rink was closed to the public. It was her own personal rink. See, that's what she do. So that $43,000 went to an event she threw at that skating rink that she used the tax dollars to build and locked them out of it. And then she threw a Valentine event with all her and her goons, okay, with bubble tents and carrying on, okay? And they had all kind of candles, and they was stepping, and they was having a great time, wine, drinks, and all that stuff. And the public was locked out of this event, okay? So she spent the $43,000 on her event. Yes, treating it like her own personal piggy bank. Yes. Then you will see that Dalton laid out millions so local cops could serve her personal entourage, okay? So she was using the city polices as her personal bodyguards. Then her personal bodyguards was saying they was working 300 hours every 2 weeks. What? You cannot work no 300 hours every 2 weeks. So they was getting paid for working 300 hours every 2 weeks. And Tiffany was signing off on it because those are her homies. Those are her goons and things like that. Tiffany also have a habit of hiring people who has a criminal background, a bad criminal background, okay? She also hired a man who had a terrible background, say that they had messed with kids, had did the R word on girl or something like that. He did time for it. He did all this time, but then he did explain the story. But the point is, Tiffany hired that person and had that person to be able to have access to the housing authority, okay? But this is what Tiffany do. She will hire people who was incarcerated, just got out of incarceration, and they trying to get up on their feet, and they kind of hard for them to look for a job. So she'll hire them not because she really want to give them a second chance, but because she think that they are goons and they will do and break laws easily than an upstanding citizen that she hires. So she always hire people who already have a prior history of doing criminal behavior. So that's what y'all will be looking at over there in the ATL. Okay. Now, Tiffany Henyard, the embattled mayor. Yes. She is running for Republican for the position of Georgia Fulton County Board of Commissioner in the upcoming primary election. Georgia, don't underestimate her. I'm telling y'all, don't underestimate her, because if the state of Georgia don't look into her suspected fraudulent voters registration, then you have to look out for a lot of these signs, because Tiffany is she don't play fair. She don't. No, she don't. You see it right here, she don't. Okay? Now, for one thing, okay? For one thing, let me tell y'all what Tiffany gonna do to damn near scam all the people over there in the Fulton County. Tiffany will most likely start giving out chitlin cups on y'all ass, okay? She gonna start throwing out chitlin cups. She gonna go to door to door to door to door with them stinking ass chitlin cups, okay? And she's gonna start passing them out. She's gonna pass them out to the elderly first. She's gonna be passing them out to the elderly. It could be hot, cold, whatever weather outside. She gonna start passing out chitlins. She got a history of passing out chitlins. Okay, she would ride around. She most likely ride around Fulton County all day long with chitlin cups in her vehicle. She would start with the elderly homes first, and then her and her goons are gonna start targeting everybody else, targeting old folks' facilities. That's what they are good for. As you see it right there, Tiffany will start handing out chitlin cups. So that's why I say, don't underestimate her, okay? Because even though she's not from there, and people think, oh, well, because we from here and we know a lot of people and a lot of people know us, they're going to automatically vote for us. Well, that could be true. But then again, you got to look at Tiffany don't play fair. She will be going all up and through Fulton County with chitlin cups, okay? It don't matter if those chitlins are cold or hot. Tiffany going to give them out. Yeah, she going to give them out. She going to go to door giving out chitlins. Yes, you see it right there. Reports on social media discussed from early 2025 indicated that Dalton residents were warned not to fall for the chitlin giveaways, because that's exactly what she do. Okay? Dated food boxes. She'll give away food boxes to the folks out there, and most of that food be freezer burnt, okay? We done seen it. We done talked about it. Go check out some of my other videos that I have up there, Tiffany giving out freezer burnt food, okay? We showed pictures of it and everything. Well, that's what she gonna try to do down there in Fulton County, just to try to get up in that seat, okay? She gonna try to give away chitlins, freezer burnt food, point blank period, okay? And she'll do this trying to get either reelected or try to get elected for a position. So you will see the community discussion on social media posts from residents highlight concerns about chitlin giveaways, and in some cases dated box food, okay, being distributed. Yes, as attempts to influence votes. That's what she do. That's what she do, okay? These events took place during a period of intense scrutiny over Henyard spending, including separate $1 million giveaway in 2024, okay? She was just doing all kind of stuff and bingo and all that stuff. Well, these are some of the scams that Tiffany would try to pull. Going to door, giving away chitlin cups, going door to door, trying to give away little money and all that stuff like that. Doing all this to convince the people to vote for her. So y'all now see why I always have Tiffany on a chitlin bucket, okay? Because she gives away chitlins when she feel like she want people to vote for her. She feel like, oh, chitlins will hit the spot and that will make people vote for me. Yes, she full of stank. She full of stank. Yes, just like them chitlins, she full of it too. Then y'all would see Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation in Dalton, Illinois-based non-profit, created in 2022 by Mayor Tiffany Henyard, which have faced scrutiny for failing to file financial records, receiving tax dollars, and being ordered to stop fundraising by the Illinois Attorney General. Okay, now what Tiffany did was she made up a bogus cancer foundation and said that she was running a cancer foundation. Okay, this was why she was mayor and supervisor. And then it turns out to be bogus. Then Tiffany took one of the checks from the township that she was running. She was a supervisor. She took $10,000 from the taxpayer, put that $10,000 into her bogus cancer foundation, didn't help anyone with cancer at all. Instead, her and her goons went on rendezvous trips, all down in Vegas and everywhere else. They were spending money, staying in hotels and all that, and using the taxpayers' dollars while doing it, and didn't help not one cancer patient. So, yeah. So when she say that the people are calling her in Fulton County and she hear they cries and they need her and this, that, all that is a bunch of BS. Now, them people probably are asking her to run, but do those people know who they asking to run? Some people know about Tiffany, some people don't. But I can tell you right now, the 4 ladies running against her better not underestimate Tiffany, because Tiffany will go all out with little gifts, chitlins, food boxes, giving people gas for free, all that stuff. She'll raise money and then try to give everybody everything they want. And the next thing you know, at the poll, Tiffany will be the leader because she's giving out so much stuff, but she's only giving it out to get what she wants. Once she gets what she wants, she's going to drop all the citizens like a hot potato. Yes. And treat them like Nino Brown. You see it right here on the screen. Yeah. She's going to treat the cancer patients bad. She's going to treat everybody bad. Then, y'all better watch her, because she's going to be around there trying to do bingo. See, Tiffany going to try to get with all these old folks home and all this stuff while she's there, to try to get them on her side, because she only got to May 19th. Okay, that's that primary run. And by her being the only Republican, most likely she'll stay in the race. It's just going to be between the 4 ladies who are Dems to see which one of those 4 ladies are going to run against Tiffany. In the meantime, Tiffany is going to be running all these flim-flam games, I'm telling y'all right now, while these ladies are focusing on something else. Those other 4 ladies, Tiffany going to be around Fulton County doing all this, trying to win the people with gifts and chitlin cups and money and gas. Yeah. And most of the people will fall for it too. Exactly what happened in Dalton, Illinois, and in the township. And boy, do they not regret it. That's the only reason why Tiffany is in the ATL, because she done got ran out of the Illinois down there. She done dunked all over the Dems, and now she is trying to be a Republican so she can dunk all over them as well. Yes. So she's going to most likely start this here bingo crap. And she's going to start giving away prizes. She's going to go to these elderly homes and these elderly community centers, and she's going to try to get their personal information. She's going to try to debo her way up in there and debo their votes. That's how she operates. She's a snake oil joker. Yeah. Yeah. As you see right there, it says, allegations has been raised regarding Tiffany Henyard administration collecting personal information from residents, particularly seniors, during her big bingo events in Dalton and in the township of Illinois. These events often involve giveaways, high value prizes, and some residents and community members have expressed concern that personal details are gathered during these events. So what Tiffany was doing was she would go into these elderly communities, elderly community centers where they playing probably cards or something like that. She would try to debo her way in there with that makeup that she said the artist, she's looking for a makeup artist, and try to look like she's a sweet person and all that. In all actuality, Tiffany is really a heckle jekyll. Okay? Yes. Yes, she's an evil in disguise. Now, she would go in there and then she would start talking to these people. Even during the bingo times, they were saying she was collecting personal information from the seniors. And then she would get all the seniors' personal information. And then she would start going to their houses or giving them phone calls and all that, telling them, don't forget to vote for her. I keep giving you prizes. I keep giving you money. We'll have a good time. We'll be doing all this all the time. I'll be buying y'all TVs, washing machines. I'm going to have prizes like that. I'm giving away $1 million. I'm doing all this for y'all. I need y'all to vote for me. So that's why I'm saying, don't underestimate Tiffany. Because if she don't get in trouble for the suspected voter fraud registration in Georgia, then she will still be able to continue to run. And if so, these are most likely the stunts and the scam she's going to start pulling on the people in Fulton County. And people are going to wonder how that other person that she was running against lost. People going to be saying, man, this girl knew it. She just came in here and just won. Yeah, she didn't play fair at all. So since a lot of people don't know, we're going over it right now. Some things, these are just the tip of the iceberg. This ain't all, but I am showing some of the key things that Tiffany will do to try to win that seat. Yes. Yes, see, Cafe, no. Yes, see, Cafe, no. Then you will see that it's a lot of people who were reporting that Tiffany was taking their personal information. She was collecting it at all these community events. She was organizing, and she would do it by organizing at these community events, which are frequently targeted at senior residents. Critics allege that the big bingo events are used as a campaigning tool for Henyard, particularly because they occur frequently and are aimed at the demographic likely to vote, which is seniors. So she's definitely going to be targeting those seniors down there in the Fulton County. If she hasn't already done it, yeah, I need to keep eyes on that. If she ain't already done it, and I'm going to tell you right now, the people who have elderly family members in Fulton County, y'all really do need to keep an eye on your elderly, because Tiffany will debo elderly so quick. Man, it was a lot of those elderly people in Dalton, Illinois, and the township who were literally scared of Tiffany and her goons because they deboed their votes. Yes, intimidated these old people. And we were saying, where are these people family? You know, where are they family members? because Tiffany was just running all over the seniors. She had the seniors in the palm of her hand. And then they was too deep. The seniors was too deep to get out. They was too weak to get out. They was too vulnerable to get out. So they listened to Tiffany. Tiffany had them wrapped up. She called them, started threatening them, going over their house and all that kind of stuff. If some of the seniors speak up, they start threatening them seniors, have them seniors shaking in their boots. It was one senior lady, that they went over to her house, and the lady said that she positively feel that was Tiffany and her goons came by her house and start pow-powing around the lady's house because Tiffany didn't like that lady spoke up. Yeah. That's so trifling. So trifling. So those are things that Tiffany will do. And then as y'all will see that there was some calls for investigation of Tiffany taking these seniors' personal information, and then Tiffany will give out money, expensive prizes such as televisions, appliances, leading to concerns about how the events are funded and the information collected from participants, okay? So some community members have suggested reporting these bingo events to the IRS or the FBI due to the concerns about the legitimacy of the prizes and handling of personal data. That's who you're dealing with. That's who you're dealing with. And please hit that like button for your girl. It's free. I promise you it's free. Okay? So, yeah. Welcome to Georgia, Tiffany. Yes, because the people really do need to know who they dealing with. Because I can tell you right now, she don't play fair. As we see on the suspected voters fraud that she filled out on her voters registration in Georgia. It looks like a bunch of stank, you know, and hopefully they would look into that because that smells like skunk meat. But if they don't look into it, Tiffany will continue to run. And these are the things that she will try to pull on the Fulton residents. Yes. As y'all will see right here, Tiffany will also, at bingo, she would give away free gas. She would do the bingo prizes and all that. Then Tiffany would go to gas stations. She would go to the corner stores. She would go where she think elderly goes at or whatever and hand them money out, fill they tank up with gas and all that. And people be like, oh, she legit. Oh, you know, she giving away free gas, man. She giving away $10 in each tank and all that stuff. Tiffany gonna go above and beyond to try to win votes. And giving out gas is one of them. Yes. So between 2023 and 2024, Fulton Township, under the direction of Tiffany Henyard, used taxpayers' funds to give away the following. Okay? She gave away gas, but let me tell y'all. People say, oh, well, she ain't got the money to do all that now. No. Tiffany is going to be out there trying to fundraise. She's going to use that flopped-ass store she got. Lure people in saying, hey, y'all, I'm having a campaign in here. Y'all all come in, people who walking past or something like that, because people sure ain't going in there to shop like that. But she is going to be handing out flyers. She's telling people to come to that store. She's going to have this event, that event, this event at that store. And at the same time, she's going to be, collecting data, collecting information, giving out stuff for free and all that stuff. She's going to try to raise money and tell people this is for my campaign. Then she's going to go out there, depends on the money she raised. She's going to go out there and she's going to try to give away gas at a gas station. She's going to try to give away some burnt ass freezer food, burnt food. She's going to try to do that. And then she'll probably try to hold a bingo event at her spot. Then she'll go to other elderly community centers and do the same. Try to give them some prizes. Try to give them some money. Try to get their data, their information, their phone number, their address, and all that. Tiffany moves smooth, slick, city slickster. And before you know it, people will be wondering, how did Tiffany accumulate all those votes versus the 4 or 1 lady that she's running against? She either on that lady trail or beating the lady by a little bit more. And before you know it, just like Dalton is 5 million in the hole, it's just a history. It's just a history, my opinion. Fulton County has $10 billion in the bank. There'll be negative $10 in the bank. So long. Yeah. But in Tiffany giveaways, she give away men's t-shirts, underwear. Now, Tiffany giving away drawers and underwears and all that stuff just for to get some votes, okay? More than $10,500 in gift cards. Christmas event costing more than $10,000. More than $40,000 giveaway at a bingo event. Yeah. Can't underestimate Tiffany in this here Georgia run. Yeah, in this Fulton County run. You can't underestimate her, okay? Because, see, other candidates are not going to be trying to cheat. They just going to run like they've been running normally. But now they have to understand they have a city slickster that has just came from Illinois, and this how they roll. And before you know it, if you roll crooked like this, it will most likely creep up on the candidates that Tiffany is running against, and Tiffany might wind up winning that joint because she don't play fair. And I feel like this. If they don't look into the suspected voter fraud registration that Tiffany filled out, if Georgia don't look into that, then when Tiffany scams and win her way through this here primary and all that stuff and she wins, they not going to look into her winning. Because if you didn't look into one, then you ain't going to look into the other. That's what is given to me. My opinion. Because if she win, then people going to say, well, they should have stopped her and looked at her voter's registration card or look at her voter's registration form. Well, it's going to be too late then because she probably will get the seat. And not saying she will get the seat, you can't underestimate Tiffany because this on the screen, this is what I'm telling people. This is how she rolls to get in certain positions. She buys her way through. She going to have these campaign events and all that stuff, collecting money, having people donate to her and all that. Then she's going to turn around and be going to different places in Fulton County with that money she raised, buying gas for people, buying freezer burnt food for people, giving out chitlin cups to people, buying men drawers and underwears for them, buying men t-shirts for them, giving out a small flat screen TV, buying a washing machine for somebody at the elderly home and all that stuff at the elderly community center. Oh, she gonna rock that thing in an illegal way. But then when you hit her with it and say you are doing this, you can't be buying votes, she'll say, oh, I ain't buying votes. I'm just doing something good for the people. What? No, you not. You buying votes. That's what it's given. But Tiffany gonna try to switch it to where I'm just doing something good for the people. The people need this. This is something that the people haven't had from their other leaders, from their other candidates. They haven't had all this. I'm showing the people that I really care. And this is what I do when I get in there. And then when she get in there, she gonna dunk all over everybody. And then they 10 bill gonna disappear. That's what it's given. Ask the feds. The subpoena says it. Yes. Ask the feds in Illinois. And as y'all will see, around 50 of the, she was getting 50 to 55 inch Ruco TVs and all that stuff. $1,200 worth of luggage from Macy's. She gave somebody, she had bought $1,200 worth of luggage, and then she gave it out to the people at the bingo or people in the community or knocking on people's door with a chitlin cup and luggage. Honey, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I'm telling you, it's too much. Just deboing the people for their votes. That's exactly what she's known for doing. Poor hustler. She's a poor hustler. Be on a snake mission every time. She gonna sashay up in those elderly community centers and it's ball game. Now, people, you better keep an eye on your elderly out there in Georgia. We telling you what we know. Because this is exactly what was going on with Tiffany. Then you'll see more than $47,000 in gas in private vehicles. She was putting $40,000 in all her and her goons' vehicles and all that stuff while they travel all over the place with the taxpayers' dollars. She was just dogging their taxpayers' dollars, okay? She was doing all that fundraising, raising more money. That's what she was doing with the bogus cancer foundation. She was going everywhere collecting money for this bogus cancer foundation, along with taking $10,000 of the taxpayers' money out of their taxpayers' funds. She wrote a $10,000 check from the taxpayers and put it in her bogus cancer foundation. Then she was going to different places still collecting money from other people, random people, for this cancer foundation, playing on people's hearts. And all that money her and her goons took on trips and flights, first class flights, all that stuff. Burning that money up didn't help not one cancer patient. That's exactly what Tiffany will most likely do on this here campaign run in the Fulton County. Yes, she gonna finesse the people. Yes. Leeching. Just gonna be leeching off the people. That's what it's giving. So you can't underestimate Tiffany at all. At all. You cannot underestimate her. She will finesse her way all up and through Fulton County. Yeah. You see right here, she was giving away gas. She was giving away gas and people were saying, oh, that's not right. She's kicking off her campaign with giving out gas and that should be against the law and all that. But then Tiffany was putting like, oh, I'm just helping the people. I can help the people. That's what she was doing. She was like, I can help them. So we'll have to see if that's going to be one of her things. But I'm just showing the people because it's just like I talked to some people in Georgia. They was like, a lot of people don't even know about Tiffany. You know, don't even know who they dealing with. And I said, well, let me do a video to refresh a lot of people's memory. And then for the people who don't know, share the video to someone you know in Georgia. So people will know who they dealing with because this person is trying to run for a political seat in Georgia, Fulton County. Yes. As y'all see, the Dalton mayor was giving away cash prizes at a fundraiser. That's going to be her campaign, you know. And then it was a big controversy, you know, on how she was giving away gas and that shouldn't be allowed. That should be wrong. A candidate for mayor of South Suburb Dalton may have been breaking the law with a campaign stunt that involved giving away free gasoline. And that's what she does. That's what she does. And that was in 2021. And she continued to do all of this stuff, even though she knew it was wrong. But you let her tell it, I'm just doing something nice for the people. Can't I do something nice for the people? Tiffany is damn near a professional thief. A professional thief is very, very selfish and dangerous because she haven't forked up any receipts that's been asked of her by the feds. None. Even Miss Lori Lightfoot, when she investigated Tiffany didn't fork up any receipts. I showed y'all the video in the last video that she was holding up a piece of paper that she was doodling on and acting like those are receipts. She's very slick. Yeah, very slick. But I would be asking for those receipts hard. So as you see, she was giving away gas. Giving away gas free amid of running for mayor. She was running. She was a trustee and she was running for a mayor spot. And doing her campaign and raising money and all that, she started giving away free gas and pulling the people in. Okay? So even CBS was talking about how she kicked off this event with giving away free gas, as y'all will see. She kicked off her campaign with giving away free gas. That's just what she do. She was giving away gifts, and people were saying giving away gifts would come back and haunt her. But it didn't. It actually got her in that seat. And the gas giveaway took place at a Food for Less in Dalton. It was billed as kicking off the mayoral campaign of Dalton Village, trustee Tiffany Henyard. So she was a trustee trying to get the mayor spot. And that's what she was doing. Buying gas, giving away chitlins, knocking on people's doors, going to the old folks' home, and all that stuff. So they were saying that her and another challenger was trading accusations because they said that both of them was attempting to buy people votes. And they say both of them was violating the law by buying gas and food and coats for people. Tiffany was giving away coats too. See, she got that flop store. She's going to start trying to give away some of them clothes out of that store down there in the ATL. She's going to start packing up some outfits, giving them out and stuff. Yeah, don't y'all forget about me. Y'all see what I did. Y'all see that. Tiffany is not going to play fair at all. Nope, not at all. Then you'll see right there, Tiffany made the excuse. This is the excuse that she most likely will be using. I have held events to help the community for years. Henyard told me at the time, how do you buy votes? By giving away food and baby clothes. See what I'm talking about? See, Tiffany gonna act like what she's doing when she give people gas. Oh, gas is high, so I should be able to give out gas. I'm just helping the people. I'm giving away clothes because I'm just helping the people. How is giving food to people? How is giving money to people? How is giving TVs and all that, cash prizes to people, against the voters' law when I'm just doing it out of the goodness of my heart? But actually, it's a snake oil move to get the votes for real. But she's going to put it in a whole nother way. Why the other candidates are playing fair. Yeah. So y'all see the gasoline stunts she was pulling. She was giving away the cash prizes, at fundraisers. After previously alleging that she's buying votes. She had a lot of allegations of buying votes, but she would always swindle out of it by saying, oh, I'm just doing something to help the community. But these are the things that she most likely will be scamming and doing in Fulton County just to get in that commissioner seat. And y'all will see right here, she is again raising eyebrows as she give away cash prizes at a fundraiser this Sunday. This was a while back now. An ad says attendees can win 1 or 3 cash prizes totaling more than $8,000. That's what she do. And I'm going to tell you right now, people might think Tiffany don't have any money, but I can guarantee you, Dalton, Illinois is minus $5 million. Where did their money go? Now, we know some of it went on flights and trips and things like that, but it's a hell of a lot of money that's still unaccounted for, that Tiffany has not gave receipts to show where it went. So you can only say, my opinion, that she has it, because she will not give it to the FBI that keep asking for it. She will not give it to the village administrator. She will not give it to lawyers. She will not give it when they ask for her to fork up receipts at FOIAs. She just left court a couple of months ago for the Chicago watchdogs, asking for the receipts she had in her hand at a board meeting, and Tiffany went to court, took the punishment because she did not have the receipts to show what she was doing or what she did with millions and millions of dollars. So when you can't show the receipts, that means you have it, because you didn't spend it on nothing. What did you spend it on? Because if you spent it on something, you will fork up the receipts. Tiffany will not fork up millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of receipts. So where's that money? Nobody knows. So when you say that she might not be able to buy gas in Fulton County, to buy chitlin cups in Fulton County, to buy flat screen TVs in Fulton County, you might be underestimating her, because Dalton, Illinois is still $5 million in the hole. And Tiffany did that. So where's their money? And they asked for it. And that's why she is still under federal investigation right now in Illinois. A lot of people want to say, oh, she was under investigation. No. She is still under investigation. If you was to call the FBI in Illinois, they will only say, yes, she's still under investigation. That's it. So, yeah. So you can't underestimate her. Nah. Then she told the people she was going to give them a $1 million giveaway. She had promised the people before they elected her and why she was elected and all that stuff, that she was going to give them a $1 million cash prize. I ain't seen that $1 million yet. Them people ain't seen the $1 million yet, honey. They ain't seen it yet. She was lying. Where the $1 million at? There it go right there. Tiffany said she was giving them folks $1 million, ain't gave them folks nothing. Okay? These are the stunts Tiffany will pull down there in the Fulton County, because she done pulled it before. She has a history of pulling this type of stunts. Yeah. And if Fulton County is not careful, they're going to go from $10 billion up to $10 minus in the hole. Yes. Fooling around with this hen. And as y'all see right there, she using turkey giveaways. She was using turkey giveaways. Yeah, she's going to be giving out them freezer burnt turkeys, or turkeys that been sitting out all day on a table. And she's going to be trying to give it to people. Just a po hustler. That's all she is. And then had a so-called preacher named Williams, Pastor Pochop. He most likely will come down too, trying to help her in this scam, because he was doing it over there in Dalton and in the township. So, as y'all see, Tiffany was giving away smoked ham hocks and smoked turkey at a Thanksgiving giveaway. This is what she do. And it ain't even got to be Thanksgiving now, because they say May 19th is when they doing this runoff here in Fulton County. So, hey, she probably be slinging turkeys all over the place, starting, probably if she ain't already started throwing turkeys at people. She gonna start throwing turkeys, ham hocks, chitlins, TVs, clothes, coats, gas, money, everything to try to get into that seat. Yes. Don't underestimate her. And as y'all see right here, Tiffany has just turned the village, Dalton Village in Illinois, and the township into a chaos. They in debt. Dalton in debt. Kind of think that the township is barely got a little money in it. They don't want to show their financial state because they know it's bad. That's why they don't want to show it. That's what it's giving. Yeah. They probably be up a little bit now because Napoleon was running it, and maybe he has made the deficit a little bit better. Don't know, because he's not showing it. Okay? But I'm just taking it as they still operating a little bit. They haven't showed any numbers of the township, so you really can't say if they negative or still in the green. But what we do know is her mayor spot at Dalton Village, that's in the red. And all these lawsuits, Tiffany has over 40 lawsuits stacked on top of her head right now in Illinois. Cases that haven't even came up yet. It's some cases that has already been going on these past couple of months. Tiffany haven't even been showing up, just like her landlord. She has not showed up at that hearing. She's still tucked off in Fulton County. Now, the judge gave Tiffany previous landlord a judgment of Tiffany owed that landlord $10,000 for back rent and damages to that woman's property. And I wonder who house and who apartment she's staying in now, because that's a clear tell sign that it won't be long for Tiffany most likely do this landlord where she at now the same damn way. But they probably ain't even do a check on Tiffany either. They probably didn't even know who Tiffany was, and maybe they did and just gave her a chance. But Tiffany have a history of snake oil behavior and criminal behavior, okay? So Tiffany done got both of these places in Illinois in a shamble when she was a mayor and when she was a supervisor running 2 cities. They are in shamble right now. They are in a deficit. You see right here, stuck with a deficit and unpaid bills. I'm talking about the unpaid bills is in the millions. And she's down there in Fulton County trying to run for another position. And y'all think the history gonna change? I'm just asking the question. Yeah. Yeah. Now she's running for office again in Georgia. Look at that. Running for that commissioner seat in Fulton County. And the primary election is May 19th. Y'all share this video. Yeah. Hit the like button too. But as y'all see, Tiffany is also good with kicking her challengers off the ballot. Okay? So, in Fulton County, you got these 4 women running up against Tiffany. Okay? But the thing is, you can't underestimate the fact that Tiffany will try to knock these people off the ballot. Now, what Tiffany is most likely doing now is trying to find something on those ladies that where she could try to kick them off the ballot. That's why I said some people should have been looking into this suspected voters registration thing. That's real suspect going on with Tiffany. How she filled it out saying she was a permanent resident of Georgia when all actuality she was a permanent resident in Illinois because she was still a mayor. She was still collecting checks as a mayor. She was still a supervisor of a town, still collecting that money then. Even with her saying she was a permanent resident in Georgia. Okay? So all of that, her voter's registration smells like skunk meat. That needs to be looked into very deeply. But what I'm saying is, Tiffany also has a habit of using her goons, using her homies to find stuff on her running mates, which most running mates do. But what Tiffany tries to do is find something that can get them kicked off of the ballot so that they can't run against her. And so she could be the last man basically standing. That's how she rolled. So as y'all see here on the screen, she had one of her friends kick off some people off the ballot so they couldn't run against her. And they kicked that person off the ballot April 1st in the general election ballot. Okay? This is when she was over there in the Thornton Township. She got a guy named Nate Fields right here. Nate Field Jr. got him kicked off the ballot from running against her, which she was the supervisor. Okay? Now, the guy said, Nate Fields, he said, I don't think this is fair. I think we're making a big mistake right now, Fields said. Field is vowing to appeal the decision, which was based on the board's brief that he missed key procedural steps in the filing process, and which he really didn't, family. What he said was he turned in his paperwork, but because Tiffany have a homegirl that was the person who collects all the ballot work, they gave it back to him and said he didn't fill it out right. Well, when they gave it back to him and he looks over it and he thought he fills it out right, by this time, it's old. You can't turn in your paperwork no more. Now, he had it turned in on time at first. Then they said, oh, he was too early and it didn't get filled out right. So when he took the paper back to look over the paper, he said, shoot, everything is filled out right. So when he takes it back, they took it, but they said, oh, you missed the deadline. And so they kicked him off the ballot. And then they were saying, oh, you didn't fill out this, you didn't fill out that. And he was like, well, when I gave it to y'all the first time, y'all didn't tell me I need to do this and do that. Y'all told me I was too early turning it in and that I need to wait. And then when I turn it and then that it wasn't filled out right, but when I looked at it, it was filled out right. Then when I go to turn it back in, y'all say I missed the deadline to turn it back in, but y'all took it anyway, but then used it against me and said, oh, you need to get kicked off the ballot because you didn't even turn it in on time and you missed a couple of things. So see, Tiffany had homegirls and homeboys that was working inside certain things because she was the supervisor. She was over them. All these people work for Tiffany. So she had them do shady and shiesty stuff so that other people couldn't run against her. So just like these four ladies are running against Tiffany, Tiffany's most likely trying to find something that they can get kicked off the ballot or that she can use to get them kicked off the ballot. So, that's how Tiffany operates. Don't underestimate her because she will do it. She did it to Nate Fields. You see it right there. And not only did Tiffany get him knocked off the ballot, they got another person who was competing against Tiffany as supervisor knocked off the ballot. That's what they do. That's what they do. You see right there, at least one other supervisor candidate got kicked off the ballot because he did not have enough nomination signatures. No, okay, yeah. Now, this is the landlord that Tiffany left, that Tiffany just had a court hearing in Illinois a couple of weeks ago about damaging this woman's property, her house, and back rent that Tiffany will not pay. Well, the judge granted Janetta, the landlord, $10,000. So Tiffany now has to pay Janetta $10,000 for back rent for this house and for damaging her house. But this is the person that's talking about running for one of the commissioner seats in Fulton County. Tiffany also keeps her goons with her, as y'all will see. She keeps her goons with her. That's how she roll. And this is Tiffany, and these are her goons. I'm telling you, they will start running Fulton County just like New Jack City. Don't underestimate her. So, people still need to find out how Tiffany was a resident of ATL when she was still holding a mayor's position in Illinois and a supervisor position in Thornton Township, Illinois. You can't do all three of them at one time. So it sounds like suspected voter fraud. But this is who the people are dealing with in the Fulton County. Yes. Tiffany went live on her Facebook Tuesday night encouraging the residents to vote for her. Now, when Tiffany says she was a resident of Georgia in February 27, 2025, she was also in April and May, she was in Illinois on her Facebook, or if she wasn't in Illinois, she was on her Facebook still telling the people the last day that they could vote for her being the mayor. She was still telling them in April, hey, y'all, don't forget to vote for me. She was encouraging people that night to the residents to vote for her. This was in April 2025. Okay? May 2025. But she said she was a resident of Georgia in February 2025. But she is encouraging the people in Illinois to make her mayor again, after she says she was a permanent resident in Georgia. It sounds like suspected voter fraud. Then you will see, she was saying, we're almost to the finish line, she said. 1 hour left before we make history once again in the village of Dalton and take this by a landslide. Okay? So she was doing all this in right before the last votes and stuff can go in. A couple of hours before the voting poll closed in Illinois, she was still convincing the people to vote for her. Let's make this another history. Let's make this another landslide. Vote for me. All that. She was doing this in April 2025. May 2025. Well, she said she was a resident of Georgia. So, it's looking like if she would have been able to beat Jason and stay as a mayor in Illinois, she would have just kicked the voters' registration to the curb that she filled out for Georgia and just stayed in Illinois. And then if it don't work out in Illinois, which it didn't, then she could run back to Georgia and say she's still a resident. Because, see, she filled out that resident form in February 27, 2025 in Georgia. That was in February. 3 months later, she was still on her social media trying to get the people in Illinois to vote for her as mayor. So she was playing both states, basically. Wow. She was playing both states the whole time. And it's considered voter fraud in the state of Georgia. As y'all will see right there. February 27, 2025. Isn't that the same day that she registered in Georgia saying that she was a resident of Georgia. But she was in Illinois trying to still fight to be mayor. And still a permanent resident there. Still collecting a check there. All that good stuff. You see right there? She was trying to remind the residents that what all she did, I repaved the sidewalks and all that, so y'all make sure that y'all vote for me, but she lost. And then she said, well, that's okay, because hell, I done already put in that I'm a permanent resident at Georgia, even though I really wasn't. They don't know shit. But hell, since I lost here in Illinois, now I can run back over there to Georgia. That's some low down bogus stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? So she got beat. And then, once she got beat, she got mad and ran back to Georgia. Because y'all will see that when she seen she lost, she would not make a statement at all about losing her mayor spot in Illinois. And the news tried to catch up with her. It said Henyard was expected to release a statement after the results overnight. As of 6 a.m., NBC Chicago had not received a response from her campaign. No, they didn't receive a response because she ran back down there to the ATL. But see, she was in Illinois right there in May at the voting poll. And she voted for herself. So she voted in Illinois, but saying she was a permanent resident in Georgia. She voted for herself this day, too. Yeah. And as y'all see, it was her last day as Fulton Township Supervisor. It was May 19th, 2025. But she said she was a resident of Georgia, February 27, 2025. Here it is, 3 months after she said she was a resident of Georgia, she was in Illinois hoping to become the mayor. But she lost. She was hoping to become the supervisor again, but she lost. Yes. And as y'all will see, that FBI investigation. She is still under FBI investigation. Okay? So y'all see right there, her last day being the township supervisor was May 19th, 2025. She was still collecting checks in Illinois. But she said she was a resident of Georgia. The ATL, Fulton County, all that right there. Yeah. So these 4 ladies here, can't underestimate Tiffany. No, you ain't gonna be able to underestimate Tiffany. Yes. So y'all share this video because Tiffany definitely thinks that she is Nino Brown. That's how she gonna treat Fulton County and the 4 Georgia Peaches candidates who are running for the Fulton County Commissioner Seat. Don't underestimate corrupt behavior. Don't underestimate it. She will pull unbelievable schemes just to win the elderly in Fulton County. Try to get very close to people who have criminal records in Fulton County. And she's going to try to run a buck around through that area. And I'm saying this because I noticed one or more things in that Atlanta clip is when that lady said, oh, she hasn't been here that long or whatever. No. You're right. She has not been there that long. She flew there. We rooted there. Okay? But the thing is, Tiffany don't play fair. She does not play fair. The hen will roll a skunk meat barrel up and through Fulton County with a hell of a lot of schemes and scams and plotting all over the place. She gonna play unfair and ruthless. And the candidates for the commissioner seat don't need to sleep on this hen. Don't need to underestimate this hen. This is how this hen roll. She roll ruthless and she scheme. And she will play on the people tops just to get votes. That's just what she do. That's just what she do. Yeah. So I don't know if they're gonna look into that voters fraud or suspected voters fraud, because it's giving stank. And if not, Tiffany gonna come out with all stunts. And these ladies will have to stay woke. And don't underestimate this hen just because she's a newbie in the ATL. Because Tiffany will be doing all this scam stuff and people will be wondering how the hell did Tiffany make it. She was doing a whole lot of flim-flam scams. Yes. And so, as y'all will see right here, it says, yes. As of March 2026, which is this month, okay, Tiffany Henyard remains under active federal investigation following her tenure as mayor of Dalton and supervisor of Thornton Township, Illinois. Although she has not been charged with any wrongdoing, FBI probe continues into her administration spending, including inquiries into bank deficits, employee records, and municipal financial management. The FBI expand its probe from just Dalton to include financial management in Thornton Township. Subpoenas. Federal agents have been interviewing former and current employees as part of an investigation into how taxpayers' money was used. Current status. After losing the 2025 primary election, Henyard relocated to Georgia, but the federal investigation in Illinois continues. Bingo! I told people that. I don't know why people, and then, like I said a couple of weeks ago, we verified that. Yes, we verified that. My team verified that. Tiffany is still under federal investigation. But because what Tiffany was doing was so huge and deep, it was given, it's basically given a ring. A ring was going on, okay? Because it was so huge. It was so huge. I'm telling you. That's why they continue doing it. Tiffany had employees as a mayor on the mayor side on the Dalton Village. Then she had employees on the Thornton Township side. Then she had bodyguards. All these people was trapped up in it. Then she had a chief of police who really wasn't eligible to be chief of police. It was so many things in there that they were doing on different levels of suspected corruption. And the money was being missing, and the people was being deboed, and the taxpayers' dollars was disappearing in her mayor's position and in her supervisor position. Then she opened up this bogus cancer foundation, and then she was going on all these trips and all over the place. Then they went to Vegas. Then somebody was supposed to allegedly got R-word at one of her Vegas trips, and it's just a big mess. Then she was dealing with construction companies that really was under investigation themselves. And Tiffany tied herself into that. And then land became missing throughout the village that's supposed to have been the village land, but wind up with her boyfriend. And then Tiffany's boyfriend started selling land to other people that he really had no business selling anyway, because it didn't look like he got that legit, because that land belonged to the village. It's a bunch of mess. And that is why then Tiffany said she was running a real estate company, and then it was like the real estate company was tying into the real estate that was coming up missing when she was mayor that belongs to the village, but it all some kind of way started landing in her goon's hand. It's a bunch of mess. All this stuff is on the subpoenas. So they are looking through that, looking at employees' schedules, what they was making, their bonuses, because you had some of her bodyguards and police officers saying that they was working 300 hours in 2 weeks. They're investigating that. It's just so much. So yeah, she is still under federal investigation, as she put her name in the hat to run for county commissioner in Fulton County. Wow. Well, that's all I wanted to tell everybody. And I just want to tell, everybody that this is just the tip of the iceberg. I didn't even go over a lot of things. It's just too much. I might do like a part 2 to continue talking about other things that Tiffany did, because remind you, the people down in Georgia and a lot of other places didn't even know who Tiffany was. Okay? Don't even know the story about Tiffany. Okay, so I'll probably do like another part 2 quick review of a lot of other things that went on, because these people here, they need to know. People need to know. It's public records, okay? They need to know. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Georgia, Fulton County, protect your roots and make a decision that will help and better y'all community financially and economically. Fulton County, y'all don't need any more trifling leaders. No, y'all don't. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody who donated in my last video and helped sponsor my last video. Captain Private, thank you so much for your donation. Captain Private, he donated 2 times within my last video, and he sponsored our video 2 times in the last video. So thank you so much for your generosity. Your generosity is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for your donation, Captain Private, and sponsoring our last video. Kendall R., thank you so much. Thank you. Moderator in the house. Thank you so much, Kendall R., for your donation. Your generosity is so greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you as well for sponsoring our last video. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Kendall R., for your generosity. Darlene Chestnut, thank you so much for donating to the channel. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you as well for sponsoring our last video. It's so greatly appreciated. Your generosity is so greatly appreciated. So I just want to thank Captain Private, Kendall R., Darlene Chestnut. Thank you so much for your generosity, and thank you for sponsoring our last video. It's so greatly appreciated. I want to give a shout out and thanks to all the Knowledge family. Thank you to each and every one of y'all. Salute to y'all. Sending love and hugs to you all. Please don't forget to hit the like. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are not a subscriber already. Please hit the like button and the hype button. Sending loves and hugs to you all. Thank you to our viewers as well. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage, and we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from your goals and success. Bye-bye.